Here, you don't need any previous knowledge. We explain from 0 to 100, step by step, with training, videos, projects, and games. Part 4. Introduction to Functions. Up until now, we've learned how to store and print information in a program. Now it's time to get familiar with another important concept in programming, something called a function. What is a function? You can think of a function like a machine or device. You provide it with an input, it does something with it, and then shows you the result. The print command we learned earlier is actually a function that takes a string as input, outputs a message displayed on the screen. So if you see a word in the code followed by parentheses, it's likely a function. Every function has a name, like print, is followed by a pair of parentheses, usually takes a value inside the parentheses to do something with it. In the next steps, we'll get familiar with more functions in Python. Note, the input to a function is also called an argument. For example, in the code print Hello World, the value Hello World is the input, or the argument, of the function. Getting input from the user. To create an interactive program, we need to be able to get input from the user. The input function allows us to receive information from the user and use it in our program. The input function. To get input from the user, we simply call the input function. Name equals input. This code means receive the user's input and store it in the variable name. Name equals input. What is your name? Inside the parentheses, we can write a prompt message. This message is displayed to the user when requesting input, so they know what kind of information to provide. Writing this message is optional, but it's always better to use it so that the user knows what value to enter. In this code, the input function shows the message, "What is your name?" to the user and waits for the user to enter their name. The user's name is stored in the variable name. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to use the user's input in our program. Using print with multiple inputs. Print, hello, welcome to Python. Output, hello, welcome to Python. Until now, we've used print to display a single value. However, print can print multiple values at the same time, and this feature is very useful. The print function can take multiple arguments inputs and print them with spaces between each. You just need to separate the arguments using a comma. Name equals input. What is your name? Print, hello, name. By receiving input from the user, we can combine it with other text in print. The following code prints a greeting message with the user's name. Run it to see the result. In this code, 1. The input function shows the message, "What is your name?" to the user and waits for the user to enter their name. 2. The user's name is stored in the name variable. 3. The print function prints hello alongside the user's name. It's your turn. City equals print your city. City input. Which city do you live in? Puzzle. Ready to move. Before moving, fill your fuel by assigning a value to the fuel variable, and use the appropriate commands to clear the path so that the spaceship reaches its destination. Command or description. Command, forward. Description. Moves the spaceship forward by 1 unit. Command, turn right. Description, turns the spaceship to the right. Command, turn left. Description, turns the spaceship to the left. Command, laser attack. Description, fires a laser to destroy the meteor in front of the ship. It's your turn. 1. Assign a value to the fuel variable. 2. Use the correct commands to clear the path and guide the spaceship to its destination. Fuel equals 3 forward, turn left. Laser attack forward, forward. End of Part 4. Thank you for watching. To watch the other sections, visit the channel.